Now, there's a paradox at the heart of what we do in the Space Force. When we are most successful, our work can be invisible. No one thinks about the satellite that connects their phone call, or the signal that pinpoints their location, or the guardian who detects the missile launch, because it all just works. Kind of like we say, it's frickin' magic. And the same is true for the people who build and buy those magical systems. To most Americans, their work is an invisible foundation of our national security. It's the Herculean, yet unseen effort that happens left of launch that ensures our success in, from, and to space. Acquisitions and sustainment are not just support functions, they're a warfighting imperative. On June 23rd, our incredible guardians across acquisitions and operations came together to deliver life-saving wins for the nation. This is real human consequence to our work, and it's happening every day across the Space Force. It's why I've been discussing this topic so frequently with many different audiences. I've had multiple engagements this summer on Capitol Hill about funding, staffing, training for our acquisition workforce. Recently, I had a chance to visit the Guardians at Space Systems Command in Los Angeles to learn about how they're building the future. And I stopped by several startups in Silicon Valley to talk about how they could infuse cutting-edge technology into our systems. I've also written about the topic in op-eds, messages to the force. Those engagements all drove home what most of us already know. Developing and delivering space warfighting capability is a vital part of our DNA as a service.
When you think about the application of space power and how we project warfighting capability in the Space Force, really allowed us to have a unique force presentation. That's our employed in place forces. Now, that's a preponderance of how we project power from the Space Force's guardians, but we also have individuals who do deploy downrange, in theater, in hostile environments, in austere locations, but for the most part, they're employed in place. There are guardians that are executing the mission from our bases and installations, not only here within the United States, but also overseas as well. So when you think about the importance of Schriever Space Force Base and why that's important, all three core functions of the Space Force really are executed from Schriever. Assured space access, global space operations, space control, all executed for the combatant commands from Schriever Space Force Base. So having a dedicated team focused on that mission set just made sense to be able to do that. That's not to mention our mission partners, Missile Defense Agency, U.S. Space Command are also on Schriever. So Cody, great question. And as an airman who's working in civil engineering, here's what I would ask you to think about. When you come to work every single day, you're not just maintaining facilities, you're not just working on the base and the installation, you are operating our power projection platforms. That's exactly what you're doing. All the airmen who support the Space Force are operating our power projection platforms.